I know what you're thinking. All of my previous reviews have been on model trains in the real world, not 3D models of trains for a simulator game. But I thought it'd be fun to do something different, as Trains has grown a massive following since its inception, and with that following has come many Payware models. I am here today to give a review on one of the models from my favorite Payware Trains site, K&L Trains. Founded by Steve Laro and Bill Klein, this site is now known for producing some of the best steam locomotive models out there for the game. For this video, I will be taking a look at their model of one of my favorite real-life steam locomotives, St. Louis and San Francisco Railroad number 1630. Obviously, since the Trains models don't come in boxes, I can't do an unboxing segment here. Instead, I will briefly explain the process of installing the K&L Trains models. Once you pay for them online, you will either be directed to a page where you can download the models, or receive an email telling you the same thing. Download this, and the process is usually the same for any other Trains model. Drag it into the content manager, and check to make sure it has all the QIDs it needs. Thankfully, K&L Trains usually doesn't contain any missing assets. All of the assets you need in order for the models to work usually come with them from the start. So once it finishes installing, you're ready to roll. Just plop it in QuickDrive or Session and start testing it out. K&L Trains' models are considered to be some of the best downloadable steam locomotive models available for trains, and this one demonstrates why. It's a near perfect representation of the real-life counterpart. It's even more accurate than the old Bachmann Spectrum HO model of 6030. Take note of the position of the air compressor on each model. Better still, it doesn't limit you to just 1630. The model's numbers are manually changeable, so you can give it any number you want. You can watch me change the number to 1620 here, for example. While the model itself looks spot on to the real-life counterpart, one criticism I do have with the model is that the cab interior isn't that great. Like most of the K&L Trains models, up until the release of WKNS 65, it uses the default steam locomotive interior that has been around since 2004. Many people will most likely ignore this, as a majority of them will be more focused on viewing the model itself flying by. But if your taste is a good cab interior that matches the real thing, you should keep this in mind. Luckily, K&L has been rectifying this flaw in their more recent models, so for those who like custom cab interiors, your wait is almost over. I do think the fact that the model also includes a cab interior from the doghouse on the tender makes up for it. This feature reminds me of when I rode inside the doghouse of the real 1630 a few years back. If the locomotive itself wasn't great enough, the pack also comes with some rolling stock based on a few pieces of equipment owned by the Illinois Railroad Museum. This includes a milk car used as an auxiliary tender, a Santa Fe combine car, a Duluth, Mesabi, and Iron Range heavyweight, and a Lackawanna Boontoon car. This allows you to run a fairly accurate example of a consist you would see 1630 pulling at the museum in real life. Speaking of running, what's better than an accurate model of a real-life locomotive? That model including accurate sounds as well. The K&L Trains model appears to have a whistle and bell sound effect recorded off of the real 6030, which enhances the feel of you driving the real engine. Here's a comparison. chuffing sound effects are the standard effects K&L uses on almost all of their models, but this is forgivable. The locomotive speed accuracy is good too. Decapods never went that fast in real life, usually 40 miles per hour tops. I've never been able to get this model to go any more than 50 miles per hour tops in the game. That's all I can really say in regards to performance though. In a simulator game like Trains, there isn't much to critique on how reliable the model is, unlike a physical model. Sound and speed are the best things to keep in mind in this regard. The K&L Trainz 63 pack retails for $10. Certainly seems dirt cheap when compared to items in previous episodes. Although it is for a virtual 3D model, I think it's very much worth it for a gorgeous model that captures the real thing almost flawlessly, with the addition of rolling stock to boot. Even then, if you want to save a few dollars, the models go on sale constantly, so be sure to keep your eyes out. A little patience goes a long way in these scenarios. I think the K&L Trainz 63 pack has earned itself a 9.5 out of 10. The interior views may not be that great, and I've heard a few complaints that there should have been more rolling stock. I don't think that takes away how impressive the model is. If you're a train simulator person and want a recreation of the Illinois Railway Museum, a model for a Frisco themed route, or a nice model of a decapod, few models top this one.